Hey guys, Kareem here helping you make money online. Today's video is part 1 in a 2-part series where our guest presenter Nicole is going to explain how you can make money online by teaching English as a second language. So please welcome Nicole.
This video is broken down into 5 sections. In the first section, I will provide a brief introduction on what online teaching is all about and who it is best suited for. In the second section, I will cover what are the requirements for teaching English online. The third section focuses on where you can find a free training to become an online teacher. In the fourth section, I will talk about where you can find students to teach. And lastly, the fifth section covers the differences between the students you find directly and to those that you find through an agency. We will also be answering some of the most frequently asked questions that aspiring teachers have, so make sure you watch the entire video until the end. Hi, kumusta, and welcome! My name is Nicole, and I will be your guest presenter for today. I have been an online English teacher for more than 4 years now, and I'm really excited to share my experience with you today. So, let's get right into it. What is teaching English online all about, and what do you need to know to get started? Usually referred to as ESL or English as a second language, teaching English online is about teaching English to non-native English speakers using the internet and with the help of a computer and webcam. Your students will range in age and the country that they are from. ESL teachers can choose from a diverse pool of students to teach. With the help of technology, it is now possible to work from home and teach students in other countries. Here are some of the benefits of teaching English online. You can have a flexible schedule. You can work from home. You can receive satisfaction by helping other people learn. And lastly, there is almost no cost to start. Who is this job best suited for? If you have good communication skills, patience, and are the type of person that receives gratification by helping people, this can be a very rewarding job for you. Before we go into the requirements for becoming an online teacher, it is important to point out that there are 3 main ways for teachers to find their students. Number 1, by using freelancer sites. Number 2, by contacting students directly. And number 3, by working with agencies, schools, and companies that specialize in teaching English. For the purpose of this video, we are only going to focus on numbers 1 and 2, which are finding students through freelancer sites and those that we find directly. So these would be students that you find either by reaching out to them, or they find you by responding to your marketing or listings on freelancer sites. Teaching students through schools is different from finding students directly. If you watch this video, we talk about all the companies, agencies, and schools that can provide you with students. Next, let's go into the requirements that you will need to become an online English teacher. The basic requirements are the same whether you're teaching students that you found directly or you're teaching students that a school or company introduced to you. Here are the basic requirements. Computer and equipment requirements. You will need a computer, which can be a laptop or a desktop, a headset, and a webcam or some other type of camera. Internet requirement. You will need reliable high-speed internet service. There are minimum internet speeds needed, and you should be aware of the upload and download speeds that are required. And lastly, you will need some kind of screen sharing app such as Skype, Zoom, or Google Hangouts. So now you know what teaching English online is all about and what are the requirements to get started. Next, we are going to talk about where to get the training and how to find students you will teach. What skills will you need to teach English and how will you acquire them? You will be teaching your students beginner vocabulary, reading, writing, listening, speaking, and pronunciation skills. There is free information available online on all these topics. You will get a really good understanding of the teaching methods if you start by researching the following topics on the internet. TPR, which is short for Total Physical Response. Simple language for teachers. Modeling for teachers. Extending the lesson and use of repetition in your teaching methods. To get more information on these topics, you can go to Google or YouTube and search for terms like how to use modeling when teaching English online, or free resources for teaching English as a second language. If you watch this video, we will show you tips and tricks on how to search more effectively on Google and YouTube. A frequently asked question regarding the requirements is, what is certification? And do I need it in order to teach English? Well, if you are teaching privately and finding your own students, you may not need a certification. But If you're going through a school or company, they may require it. Usually, companies require certification if you don't have previous teaching experience. One of the most important parts of the preparation is creating a self-introduction video. This will be the video that your students will see before they decide to hire you. There are a few important things to keep in mind when creating a self-introduction video for your potential students. So, we have created a free downloadable 5-step process on how to create a self-introduction video for your teaching resume. You can find the link to this free cheat sheet in the resources in the description box below. Next, we will talk about how to find students. One of the biggest reasons why people don't pursue this line of work is that they don't know where to find students. We have made finding students easy for you by providing several good strategies. Once you learn these strategies on how to find students, you will have more confidence in pursuing your online teaching career. So, there are 3 main ways to find students directly. Number 1, online methods. Number 2, freelancer sites. And lastly, word of mouth. Number 1, online strategies. Online marketing strategies are usually the most profitable. However, they can require some work to implement. The benefit of this type of strategy is that you can earn more because you can set your own rates. Keep in mind that in order for this type of strategy to work, you have to be prepared to invest time on an ongoing basis so that you can continue to nurture and grow your online assets. Here are some ways to get in touch with your students directly. Number 1, Facebook. Create a Facebook page with content that provides tips that will be of interest to students who want to learn English. Students will find you using the search feature in Facebook. You can also direct any potential students to your Facebook page. Facebook also has ESL groups. Join these groups because other teachers will sometimes post teaching opportunities that they are aware of. Number 2, create a video on YouTube. This is a great free way to advertise your services on an ongoing basis. You can create videos and provide valuable tips that your target students would find helpful. To get best results with these social media strategies, you will need to add content on a regular basis. Number 3, create a website. Having a website will increase your credibility and professionalism as a teacher. The website doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just a one-page website is sufficient. All you need is for it to show your picture, name, experience, and any teaching specializations that you might have. To attract students, you can create blogs on topics that students would find valuable. These social media strategies will increase your chances of coming in contact with potential students. A website will also function as a hub to link all your other online platforms. Make sure you cross-promote all your different social media platforms. For example, add the links to your YouTube video and Facebook page on your website. Freelancer sites. Freelancer sites are good options when you are first starting out because you can find students more easily and the payment process is already taken care of by the platform. Although the rates that you earn may not be as high as those you earn by finding students directly, this might be a good place to start as the marketing and the payment structure is already built in for you. The first site to check out is oetjobs.com. Although this site has some good information, just keep in mind that this is a third-party site, so you are not dealing directly with the freelancer sites, even though they are referenced here. If you are a non-native speaker, meaning English is not your first language, then this site offers a list of online platforms that will hire non-native English speakers. This site can be good to use as a starting point. For example, if we look at the Cambly platform, you can see that there is some information here that is of interest, like the pay rate per hour, whether a degree or certification is required, and so on. After that, if you feel that you need more information on Cambly, you can either go to the Cambly site by clicking on the button here in oet.com, or you can also search for Cambly directly using Google. As you can see, there are quite a few other platforms that are listed here. italki is a language learning platform where teachers and students can come together. Here are some tips when using this platform. First, you want to create a video that shows you are friendly, fun, and approachable. When using this platform, you would want to be aware of the time zones that your students are in and make yourself available as much as possible. When you are first starting out, price your services a little lower than the market rate in order to attract your first students. You also want to offer several packages at different price points so you can cater to the needs of a diverse audience. It's important to note that when you are creating your profile, you should include the benefits that the students will receive by working with you. Word of mouth. Word of mouth is extremely powerful. In order to implement this strategy, all you need is one student, and if you do a great job with them, that one student will then refer you to their friends and family. The best way to do this is to ask your existing student if they know anyone else who might be interested in learning English online. The benefit of finding other students through referral is that the trust is already built, and you will be able to charge a little more for your services. The key is to do an amazing job when teaching your first students so they can refer you to others. Next, we will cover the pros and cons of working with students that you find directly on your own as opposed to working for a school or agency. The pros are that you don't have to spend time applying to different schools and companies. The rates and hours are not regulated by a school or company. You don't have to meet the hiring requirements set out by the schools. You can make your own rules and set your own rates as you are not bound by policies and restrictions of the school. And lastly, you are growing your own business and not someone else's. When working with a school or a company, you never know what new regulations are going to be introduced at any time that might affect you in a negative way. Now, here are some cons of working directly with students. You are responsible for your own marketing to obtain students, setting up payment, and creating the curriculum. Establishing yourself and getting students may take longer than if you were to sign up with a company, although this is not always the case. And lastly, it may be more difficult if you are just starting out and don't have much teaching experience or an existing base of students. And we have created a bonus section for you. In this bonus section, we are going to answer the 3 most common questions that would-be teachers have. Frequently asked question number 1. Do I need to learn the language of the students that I will be teaching? No, you do not need to know the language of the students. The reason for this is that you will be using other tools like hand gestures, pictures, and props to communicate with the students. Frequently asked question number 2. Do I need specific educational background? It helps, but it is not necessary, especially when you are working directly with the students. The important thing is to demonstrate that you have a fun, friendly, and an approachable attitude. And lastly, frequently asked question number 3. Is mentoring available for someone who is interested in teaching English? Yes, you can send us a message using the email in the description below, and we will try and put you in touch with an experienced mentor. You now have the knowledge and the tools necessary to become a successful online English teacher. Remember that in order to be a truly successful online teacher so that you can touch and transform lives, it is really important that your students are able to see the love and passion that you have for the work that you do. For those experienced ESL teachers that would like to mentor other new upcoming teachers, please send us a message with your contact details so that aspiring teachers may apply for a mentorship opportunity with you. If you've been following this channel, you already know that in our videos, we feature different jobs that you can work from home, and we give you all the information that you need to start earning money with these jobs. Don't forget to share this video with someone whom you think would benefit from the content. Sana ay mag-subscribe kayo, mag-like, mag-comment, at i-share ito at tulungan kaming lumago ang aming channel. We will continue to make videos like these in the future. If you would like to be featured as one of our guest presenters for other topics in our channel, please contact us using the email provided in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining us. Now it's time to take action and become an amazing teacher.